Hey guys, today it's a bit of a different video because I've been disappearing for almost 3 weeks, so I just wanted to make an update on that. So first of all, sorry for disappearing. I will explain why I did so in a few minutes. But yeah, first of all, I just want to thank you, all of you, because I've reached more than 1,000 subscribers, and it's kind of amazing, and I still don't really believe it. Yeah, it's still kind of unreal for me. So thank you to all of you guys who are supporting me, commenting, and allowing me to keep going. So I just wanted to open this video by saying just thank you. So yeah, for the reason why I've been disappearing for the channel is because I was having a lot of doubts about my personality type. So I started to doubt my type because when I was reading a few comments on the 18 signs that you are an INFP video, a few of you pointed out that these points could also relate to an INTP, and a few of you asked me to do a video between those two types, between INTPs and INFPs. So I was intrigued, and I started to do a lot of research about it, and I got more and more confused. And I was seeing more and more comments about, saying, thank you, I really know now that I am an INFP, and I was feeling worse and worse because I was helping people figuring out their types, but I was not even sure I was an INFP myself in the end. So that's why I was starting to question myself, and I didn't feel legitimate to talk about INFPs if I'm not even sure I am one. So what I did was I did a lot of research, I watched a lot of videos, and I questioned a lot of things, and I was kind of being stuck. So what I did was to be sure to provide a good advice and to not drag people onto the wrong path. I took a professional profiling session that I paid for with CNOTE. It's a YouTuber. I will give you the link in the description. His name is Christian, but it's called CNOTE, and this was a game changer. So I discovered his channel, his YouTube channel, and then by seeing the quality of his content and how I could relate to him, I decided to apply for a profiling session so that he could help me clarify the situation, and so that I can help you guys in return. So I do really encourage you to check out his channel, really, because he helped me a lot, so I want to return him the favor. And so it happens that I am actually an INTP, and because I was starting to suspect it, and I just wanted to confirm this, and not resuming making YouTube videos about INTPs this time, and just to discover like 2 months later that actually I was not an INTP either. So now what does this mean? First, I want to talk about why I was confused, and the main reason why the things that are happening at the moment in my life led me to this questioning as well. So the main reason is that for INTP and INFPs, we share the same second and tertiary functions, which are extroverted intuition and introverted sensing. So the main difference is for the primary function, which is introverted thinking for INTPs and introverted feeling for INFPs. But the trick is, and that's what I discovered by reading a lot, and especially on the blog Personality Junkie, is that for all types, when you're using your primary function, so what's natural to you, what's you're using most of the time, what's also most but you're also most attracted to your inferior function, For an INFP, it will be a thinking function, because these are the opposites, and for an INTP, it will be the feeling function. And I realized after all this that this is what happened to me, because I was really all my life into the thinking territory, like being an engineer, enjoying learning, enjoying analyzing stuff, and it was kind of natural to me. And the reason I started to be interested in psychology and being a therapist is because for me the feeling and the helping people is very attractive. Like it's usually the ambition for any personality. Like the inferior function, the one you use the less, it's the one that feels most sexy to develop, the one that attracts you the most. And usually what happens is that when you start to engage in these inferior functions, so as I did with the extroverted feeling, the feeling function for me, so which was really starting to help people and really trying to make it my career. I was training to be a hypnotherapist. But what happens most of the time is that we soon realize that it's too heavy, like we don't have the tools to deal with it. We end up feeling very drained, and it requires a lot of energy to use that function that it's not so natural to us. And after reflecting back on this, it's really what happened to me. So that's why figuring out if I was an INTP or INFP was more than just about the YouTube channel, but it was also about choosing my career path. And it helped me realize that I really liked technical stuff and thinking and creating engineering too much. So yeah, of course I like to help people, but I realized by starting to practice that it was too draining for me. Like yeah, I can't do it obviously, but I'd rather help people like in a general way by sharing my knowledge and discoveries than helping people one-on-one. And it's typically the difference between FI and FE. FI will be more about empowering the individual, whereas the FE function, so the inferior function for INTPs, will be more about helping people in general, like society, like improving life conditions for several people, for a group of people. And so basically that's the reason why I got confused between the thinking and the feeling dichotomy, and that's why I mistook myself for an INFP. Now I will talk about this more in future videos, like really the differences between INFPs and INTPs, to allow you guys to know whether you are one or the other. But what I wanted to say is that for this channel, it doesn't change anything, in the sense that most of my content have been about NP types. So it's good for INTPs, ENFPs, INFPs, and ENTPs, in the sense that we are all creatives, wanderers, seekers. We want to know what to do in life, we want to have a meaningful life, and these are characteristics that are common to NP types. So that's basically the reason why I took this absence from the channel, because I wanted to know the direction of the channel, how I can still help you guys, but from an authentic place. And this channel will still be about figuring out who you are, learning more about yourself, giving you tips, and sharing more about what I discover along the way. Because as NPs, we are interested in the same topics. You know, we are kind of yeah, I guess I can say we are lost people. We don't really know what to do with our lives sometimes, and this doesn't change if you are an INTP or an INFP. So I think I will talk obviously more about stuff that I can relate, but it will not be exclusive to INTPs. and I was able to talk with some of you through mails or Instagram, and you were clearly not all INTPs, and we still had a lot in common. So yeah, I'm not using the MBTI system to limit myself to one category of people. It's really to regroup people that are interested in the same topics. And yeah, and I feel that INTPs and INFPs share a lot, and we face the same struggles. So it doesn't mean that if you are an INFP, you will have to leave the channel, or you will not find anything interesting in it in the future. So that's what I wanted to say. So the next thing I want to discuss are the consequences of this, and especially about the video on the 18 signs that you are an INFP, because obviously there are some more things to say. So what I will do next week is I will go over those 18 points again, and I will comment on them, and with that new knowledge that I have now, I will clarify if these points still apply to being an INFP, and to reassure you they will. Like I already checked, and it's like 2 or 3 of them like don't apply. So it will help you to have more clarity about your type, because I don't want to influence you into thinking you're an INFP if that's actually not the case. So I just want to correct that, so that's the first step. And if you're still not clear about that, after this video, make another video about really the differences between INFP and INTP, mainly the things that I've struggled with, the things that I understood, and that CNOTE helped me understand in order to decide whether or not I was an INFP. So hopefully you will be able to get rid of any doubts that you might have. So with all that new information, let me guys know in the comments what you think about it, what you feel would be helpful to you. I just want to say that I'm sorry that it can reintroduce some doubts, because I know it can be tiring and exhausting to know for sure your type. So yeah, I feel kind of bad, because the point of the video about 18 signs that you're an INFP was to be sure that you're an INFP. And so by saying this today, this might not be the case anymore, but don't worry, I will share with you the process that I've been through, the information that I've learned. And so in the end, you will be as sure as I am of your type. And if you can see all this process as learning about yourself, it will be more easier. Like, we don't have to know for sure our type, like put ourselves in a box. The main reason why we do this, I think, is because we want to learn more about ourselves. So that's still the main goal of this channel, so don't worry. I just want to thank you, all of you, for being here again, and especially to a few of you that I've been talking to and that have been supporting me, even by knowing that I had doubts about being an INTP. So I've really seen that people don't really care about having a definitive answer, but it's more about growing together and discovering together and bouncing some ideas off of each other, so that we can reflect on ourselves and improve. So thank you again. Honestly, I'm really happy that I can be this honest on this channel, that it's really authentic, and that you guys will be understanding. And with the conversation that I've had with some of you, I really like the community that we have here. And so thank you for being here again. Thank you for watching this video today. And thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.